8th International Data for Policy Conference was held 9th-11th July at Imperial College London. The conference promised a packed program with a lineup of more than 130 presenters speaking on topics ranging from industry's perspective on open data to transforming AI into a force for good.
Thank you, Zainab. Thank you, Mark. And it's a great pleasure to welcome you all here to this conference and look at the exciting agenda that you have on your docket for the next few days.
This year, we introduced the Data for Policy 2024 conference with the theme, Decoding the Future, Trustworthy Governance with AI. Our goal is to explore the intersection of human-machine collaboration in decision-making and governance, focusing on both operational and technical models, by emphasizing trustworthy governance instead of trustworthy AI.
So let's start with some data.
The conference welcomed delegates from 6 continents across a range of disciplines and roles, including academia, commerce, and government. Of particular note was the representation from Sub-Saharan Africa, who made valuable contributions to the conference special track AI, Ethics and Policy Governance in Africa, organized by the Global Center on AI Governance.
The theme for this year is something that we co-constructed. So the idea of trustworthy governance with AI. For us, that means 2 things. It means with AI that's in the world, and it also means with the tools that AI is giving us that are useful for developing policy, for understanding how it works, for making it work as we would want it to.
Today's technologies are becoming more complicated, and we're dealing with larger generative AI models that require more data, which come with more risks and more technical difficulty in terms of implementation.
If you look at venture capital investments over the past couple of years, in particular since ChatGPT was released, the world is investing in the existential risks of AI, or avoiding that AI will kill us all, which is rather a myth. And the world of finance is investing less and less in uses of AI for good. Uses AI for the sustainable development goals, uses of AI for the global public goods in general.
Currently, there's a lot of attention that's being paid to how we should govern AI. And that is really because AI right now, and in particular generative AI, it is really on people's minds. Some people are very excited, some people are scared. All of that means that there's efforts to really govern this technology.
Actually, before you open the smartphone, about 80% of the environmental impacts have already occurred before you even start using it.
Really entering a kind of new data winter, that we have limited access to data, and the data terms and conditions for being able to use data for good are changing so rapidly that it's hard for researchers and others to use data for public benefit.
Government needs to actually invest much more significantly in public sector AI research, and that means that they need to provide the resources such as computing and data for academic research. But at the same time, it requires academia to reform itself, and that they need to be able to do things in more of a team science model instead of the singular principal investigator.
We still have to think really deeply about data that we're collecting, why and how, and we have to think about questions that are important to be asked so that we can collect the right data, so that we can put the governance in the service of the citizens.
I'm extremely optimistic that eventually AI is going to be the one tool that we're going to be used in order to interpret complex policies and potentially even generate policies not just for AI but for government and other important topics in society.
We need to shift from a reactive policy mode to a more proactive policy mode, because AI is evolving so fast that if we're not proactive, it's already happened yesterday.
We are here actually able to bridge the communities. So there are data scientists, there are policymakers, there are all the stakeholders in the middle. And it's not just academia involved and all the companies involved and the government. So it's we are in the perfect place where we can actually discuss something that can be concrete.
You're really trying to explore and understand how this new paradigm, data-driven insight generation, knowledge generation, plays out in the decision-making processes. It's happening. We need more to understand and think how it will impact the collective decision-making processes.
AI is critical for the future. The future will continue to be tech-driven, and AI will play a central role in that.